Don't even say too much. 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 How many calories? 15 calories a glass? Ain't bad. I think I could drink this whole bottle and still lose weight. Let's see what it tastes like. Margaritaville. In Margaritaville. Don't even say too much. We having a cocktail without the liquor. We're having a cocktail without the liquor. Cocktail without the liquor. Don't even say too much. That's delicious. It wouldn't be so delicious if you mixed it in with that nasty liquor. It wouldn't taste good. It's strong too. It probably gonna give me heartburn. I probably gonna have to take some Tum later on night. It got that citrus feel in the back of my throat. And only 15 calories in this glass. So that one glass is 15 calories. Now I'm trying to figure out whether I need, when my income-based living come in, whether I need to go to income-based living or whether I need to stay here. You know that? I got one write-up here. One more write-up, I get a 14-day notice. I'm on the street. But if I go to income-based living, I'll be good. I ain't got no write-ups to income-based living. So I'm like, okay. And the rent would be a little more expensive, maybe $20 to $40 more expensive. But the thing is, if I go to income-based living, then I'm going to have to get me some either Vivid Home Security, Cornerstone Home Security, or ADT Home Security. Because you already know, certain family members going to be trying to break in and then talk about, bro, you my family, bro. You supposed to take care of us, bro. And then you know them ninjas that don't like a player. I'm not a player, my bad. Them ninjas that don't like me, they gonna see me coming in out there, and they gonna feel like they want to get up in there when I'm not home. When I'm going out, leaving, getting my hustle on, they gonna want to go get up in there. So I need to go ahead. If I do get income-based living, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut off my rent. My bad. Nah, I'm gonna cut off my membership at the YMCA. and use that $66 membership money to pay for either Cornerstone, Vivint, or ADT, one or the other, to keep an eye on my crib. Because I'm getting a 1-bedroom, income-based living. Of course, I'm not going to have nobody to interact with. Like here, I can interact with the case managers. You know what I'm saying? The staff members here I can interact with. I can talk to them. You know what I'm saying? If I go to income-based living, I'm not going to be able to just go to the landlord's office and interact with the landlord. Nobody does that. That's creepy. You know what I'm saying? So, but here I can interact with the case managers. You know, but if I go to income-based living, it's going to be total solitary confinement like it was when I was on Wilson and Downing. When I was on Wilson and Downing, the roommate I had never spoke to me. We would go 8, 9, 10, sometimes 12 months before we have our first conversation. Sometimes 12 freaking months or longer before we had our first conversation. And they always blame me for the reason they didn't speak to me. They always blame me for the reason they didn't speak to me. For the reason I was neglected and had nobody to talk to. But they steadily using my check to pay the bills, using my food stamps to buy all the groceries. Quitting their job every 4 to 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But then not showing appreciation to give me the conversation I need, the attention I need. Not just straight up neglecting me. Straight up neglecting me. You know what I'm saying? But this time, I ain't going to have a roommate. It's just going to be me. And I'm going to have that home security. So if my family members decide to break in my spot, I'm darn sure I ain't going for that. This ain't the early 2000s where I was like, nah, I ain't calling the police. I ain't no rat. I ain't no snitch. I ain't calling the police. If they break up in my spot and I come home and they there and say, bro, you our family. You supposed to take care of us. I'm calling 911 and I'm getting them sent to prison for breaking and entering with felonies on their record. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody living with me no more. Anywhere I go, I don't care if I get a 2-bedroom, a 1-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, nobody ain't living with me no more. Unless I find a girlfriend that I care about, that's the only person that's gonna come living with me. And I ain't got no girlfriend right now. I feel like I'm cursed. I feel like I'm destined to walk this earth alone by myself for the rest of my life. So I mean, but ain't no dude in my family, ain't no homeboy, ain't no friend that's a dude ever gonna live with me again. But I'm probably gonna go with the option of income-based living. And then again, I might just keep my YMCA membership cut on. I might just keep my YMCA membership cut on. Because I already make money on the side. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It ain't much. So I might just keep my YMCA membership cut on and get that Cornerstone protection. Or either ADT or Vivint, one or the other. Whichever one got the better deal. And then go to the place that I go to, you know what I'm saying, twice a week. And get that paper and put that away. You know? And yeah. Because I do like the YMCA. I mean, don't really too many people there talk to me, but the little bit of conversation I get, I do like the YMCA. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't want to say too much. You gotta put this in the fridge and say this for later. I got a kick back there. That stuff's strong. And I got Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush going in my head. Got that citrus kick right there in your throat. And I got Sugar Rush going in my head. We gonna have to put that in the refrigerator. Save that for later. They don't want to say too much.